You've turned their pages, now hear their voices. I'll let you introduce yourself before I throw things.
Hi, I'm Lena Voss, and I am the author of The Longest Night.
It was really good. I did not expect that much smut.
Oh, yeah?
No.
You know what? So, and I will say this, and maybe that was a little devilish of me, because I do, of course, put smut in my dark romance, but I'm not usually so smut forward. But I figured since this was my novella, that I really had to, like show the people what they want and give them a taste of what to look forward to. So, yeah.
You know what? You went hard, which is a
Yeah.
great thing. Like there were parts in it when he was
hmm
like biting her that I'm like, yes.
I love that. I love that someone else appreciates that. Like,
So what kind of creature is not the right word? You know what I'm
being,
talking about.
yeah,
Yes,
like,
thank you.
yes.
Mythical
Uh,
creature.
yeah, so Hale is a warden. He's actually a shadow warden. And that's going to be something that carries across the whole series because, um, and this novella, and you'll have to tell me how I did on this one, because this novella definitely alludes to the higher plot, right? But it does not give a bunch of the information yet. But the main theme that you're going to see in all the books is that there are a set of elemental wardens and lords who have these marked brides in their future, right? And this is um, you can say a second or third effect of the veil, which is this mythical wall that keeps the world separated, right? And that kind of started because the worlds were feuding, right? And so, in their eyes, they believe they have to find these brides and complete the rite so that the veil will fall, you know, in a good way, not a bad way, right? Because they want to be able to cross planes. And I forgot where I was going with this. So like, but yeah, so every warden, there it was, every warden is some type of elemental lord of sorts. Sometimes that's as concrete as like earth, wind, and fire, or sometimes it's as abstract as time, you know. So yeah.
Can I just say one of the hottest things that I appreciate is the smoke.
Oh, the
Like,
tendrils, like the
yeah, like what he calls like, or what she calls the smoke tendrils. Like, I'm like,
I
ooh,
know. Right?
like wrap around me, please. Give
Yes,
me some of that.
yes. It's so funny because I'm like, I felt like for all of the because, I think when you explore all these different types of like smut and novels and stuff like that, you learn the different kinks. And I feel like any girly that's like definitely into the tendrils or maybe interested in something like bondage or whatever, they will like Hale's smoky tendrils for sure, Like I definitely did.
And the and not just that, like the possessiveness. Yes,
Yes,
please.
yes, because that's a really big thing for me. And, whenever I'm writing these characters. And hopefully, in books to come, you'll see that a lot of different types of relationships and kink and, attachment and stuff like that are going to be featured. But my thing is that I don't like hollow smut. You know what I mean? Like, and some people do, and I think every once in a while, even I do, when you're just like, I don't want to think, I just want to like, enjoy. But I really love things to have meaning, and possessiveness is what gives that, because it's different when it's like, no, 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 I can do whatever I want to you because all of that is mine, you know? I think most girls get that little like shiver up their spine.
1000%. I was thinking that they were going to go to war. And maybe
Yeah.
that's, you're.
Well, what's that saying? The line between like love and hate's very thin, right? Um, and I think for a minute there, Hill definitely does think about, like strangling this chick. I think he loves her very dearly, but you see how ticked he gets, right?
Mm-hmm. I was like, girl, you asked for it now. Like, what the hell did you do?
Yes, and I think there was a moment there where the reader's kind of going, who is he going to get? Like, is he going to like go ham on like Vareth or these like random people in this room, or like is the girl going to get it? Because someone's about to get it.
Well, I guess it's their imagination of who is going to be on the other receiving end of that.
Yeah, well, and it's one of those like, is it heat from anger or heat from need? Like, mm,
Where did it start, like, cooking in your brain?
oh man. So I actually came up for the broader idea of it one day. A lot of times for me, I don't know if it's that maladaptive daydreaming or something, but I do spend time thinking of characters and plots and whatnot. And actually for me personally, um, I've had such a interesting journey in my love life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in my mental health journey, that's been a really big thing for me. And um, all I kept thinking was it would be really cool to represent some of the things that I feel like women go through and men go through, right? But, I can only speak to my side. So that women go through that I feel like isn't talked about tons. Like we're starting to. Yeah, I mean, but
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of times it comes out in these very generic heroines where like, she's a baddie who like can't accept love because she's been burned before, or she's a softie who needs to come into herself and learn how to protect herself. And I think that women are a lot more complicated than that. And I really wanted to show what that looks like in reality. And so this novella is so much of a shallow end of this world, right? Because they're just one couple, and honestly, you really are just seeing a tidbit of the book, you know. But basically, where it kind of started was saying, you know what, I want these couples, I want them to have these attachment theories. I want them to enjoy these kinks and I want them to face these issues. And I want to build a world around this, you know. So yeah, it's more exploring mental health in a frame that's enjoyable.
And it was.
I love that. I'm so glad to hear that.
You gave some little shockers
Hmm.
that I wasn't expecting, which I'm not going to spoil it. But there was one scene particular that I was like, oh, this is where we're going? Bet.
I think I think I know what scene you're talking about. So like was it a spicy scene?
Ended up being ending with the spicy
Hmm.
scene.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's also one of the things I personally really enjoy, and maybe that's just kind of my nature, but I enjoy taking things in a different direction than I hope the reader's going. Yeah, I mean, that's a little
For
tricksy
that
of
wow
me,
factor.
but yes, but also because I think when you are an avid reader, we know the tropes. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so, yes, I kind of want to tip my hat to them, but I really like to surprise people. So I'm
You
hoping to
did.
do much more of that.
But you're right. In the when you start reading, you have your brain goes to where it potentially might be. And most of the time, you're right. But then you read a book like this, and you're like, wasn't expecting that. But
Mm,
it's a pleasant surprise.
good. And I like that. And that's honestly, when it comes to reading, that's really what I look for. I know like right now I'm starting, I do mean starting a book. Um, but I'm hoping it has that because that's kind of what I'm searching for right now. But it was the title that really got me. It was How to Murder Your Employer, you know, right? Like I was like, okay, like you know
We've all
what,
been
that's
there.
enough. Right, exactly. I was like, I want to read. Yeah, I mean, like but that's a lot of the reviews was kind of saying that, like, it's definitely like a classical take on a really odd idea. Yeah, I mean, which I love. Bring it on.
And keep bringing it. Are you working on the series now?
Yes, I am. So this novella was actually a tidbit um, from the first book of the series, and I'm actually still working through the first book of the series, which I have to admit was kind of a fun challenge for me, because when you're reading the novella, like I said, you're catching little clues to the big plot. And it's kind of, especially in the beginning, I feel like the reader is kind of going, wait, what's going on? Like, I want to know more about that. You know what I mean? And that's on purpose. And I think it's a little more amusing because the novella does read almost like you finished a book. You know what I mean? And it could stop there. And it's you can think of this as like a couple of chapters in their story, you know? And even in the series, their story doesn't finish with their book, And so that's where it gets more interesting is how these all end up tying together. So I'm excited about that.
I can't wait to read more.
Man, I hope I keep getting it done, Like I feel like that's the struggle as an author is like sometimes it's not the writer's block, it's just finding the time to write, you know, because most
Mhm.
of us are not full time. And being an indie author, that's the struggle is, okay, well, how do I make ends meet and still do my passion, you know?
Well, hopefully, sometime soon you have more time to get that done. How thick are your books going to be?
Mm, that's always the question, isn't it? Honestly, I'm hoping that these will be closer to I don't want them, let's say Harry Potter thick, you know?
They
But
were really thick.
right, they were, yeah, I mean, like they're wonderful, but I don't think that I'm there yet, and so I'm hoping for these to be closer to like I'm feeling like maybe like classic size, but a little bit thicker than that. You know what I mean? So I think probably an average fantasy.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so we'll
Because
see.
after reading, I totally wanted more.
Yeah, see, you're giving me a big head now. I'm on top of the world.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
I love it.
Is
And
to give you a big head.
hey, I think that's a theme for a lot of my books. It's good.
I was trying to pull up your novella. Hold on.
Yeah,
Because I had it, and then it timed it out.
that's about right.
Because it's like, should I say that it's a push and pull?
Yes, I think that's actually really fair. And I think there's so many times where you kind of like you said, you think it's going one way and you almost expect it, but then it just kind of yanks you back for a minute. You're like, "Oh, excuse me, you know. And I think, a really big player in that is Barry. And I think I can say this without spoiling anything. Um, but Varys is someone you'll see again, and so uh
I hope I know who it is. Like
yeah,
I hope my instinct
yeah.
is right.
So I think I think that's going to be one of his things throughout the books is that you're going to be constantly kind of wondering where the heck he is pulling this story. Yeah, I mean, um, because that does leave you with the question of is he a good guy or is he a bad one? You know,
I like him.
he's very
I'm gung ho.
charming. Varith is a very charming character, and I do dig myself, honestly. And even his character developments, I I I do dig Varith. It's a problem, good or bad. I dig him. I have a crush on my character.
As you
Yeah,
should.
right.
I love Hello. I'm
He's
so for him to
definitely.
burn shit.
I know. I'm like, you know what? Shadow Daddy, really, like that's when I think Hale, I think Shadow Daddy, and that was really my go-to on
1000.
him. So,
1000% a shadow daddy.
right. As I like it, and now I will say this, and this is because I think this is probably going to be the lightest and most mild of some of the thematic topics in my books. But I like Naira's struggle with, you know, fate versus choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I, whether or not whatever you believe in, whether that's, God, God's fates, destiny, whatever. I don't know about you, but coming from a mixed Asian household, you know, we're technically Christian, but we are superstitious, man. Like, we still have a lot of those, like, I don't know, a choice leads to a thousand dominoes type of feelings.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, in my personal life, am very stubborn, you know. I don't like.
You?
I know, right? I know, like
Shocker.
so surprising. But I don't like the feeling of having my choice taken, and I think that's something that Naira struggles with. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because if someone already, I don't know if you've had this experience, but like a really good example of this, um, I met a guy once who the first time I met him, this is not like me, by the way. Okay, I am a very nice person overall.
I
I
believe
know
you.
the fact that you had to say it, right? Like, I'm like, yes, I am. But this guy was so stereotypical, right? This was like back in high school. I mean, Twilight was really big still. Okay, if that gives people like some,
Mm-hmm.
timelines here. Um, and in fact, I was reading that, and this guy walks in, and we're like, I don't know, 15, okay? He walks in wearing like this varsity jacket and has like Justin Bieber hair, right? I mean, it's ridiculous. Blonde, blue-eyed, the whole nine. And
Mm-hmm.
he walks up to me and he's like, "Oh, I love that book." You know? I have no idea what possessed me. I looked up at him and I was like, "Oh, so you can read." Oh my gosh. He looked at me and he's like, "You know what? By the end of this year, you're gonna like me." You know? Right? I was like, "Sir, okay, that's bold, bold." Because once again, that stubborn streak in me was like, no one's gonna make that choice for me. No one's gonna be stubborn like that with me, right? Yeah, no, he was right. Okay, honestly, like he bugged me every day the rest of the year, just trying to get to know me. You know what I mean? Yeah, and if I tried to ignore his butt, here he is like shaking my chair in front of him, right? He's like, nah, nah, we're
Oh,
gonna
he had
talk,
it
right?
bad.
Yeah, right. And who knew insulting guys? That's like the way, apparently. Like,
Shit.
right? Hook, line, and sinker, right? But it backfired because he won that bet. So, you know.
You ended up not dating him after all?
Oh no, I did. I did end up dating him. Yeah, yeah. It was a shame too, because he ended up being like my first love, really, and I was like,
Mm.
this is some shit, like, but the question is, was that my choice or was that forcing fate, right? So,
Or, hear me out.
hmm
Second chances is a whole trope by in itself.
it's so true, right? I mean, or like the redeemable qualities type of thing, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. And he's older
ah,
now.
exactly. You
Is he
never know.
single?
No, and honestly, I will say I think I found like a keeper, so I am pretty happy. But I
Oh,
will say that
congratulations.
thank you. I say but I will say that he and I are still friends and still laugh about it to this day. So pretty good.
That's phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, good on you for finding a good keeper. You deserve it.
Thank you. I hope so. We gotta hope that the streak lasts. But so far so good.
The streets last.
The streak, like
Oh, I thought you said the
the
streets
streets.
last. I was like, oh shit. Like, we're all
Like, I hope the hoe phase lasts forever. Is that what you mean by streets? Like, I hope the streets last. I hope they last without me. Oh, goodness. Sorry. All right, I'm good.
in. If you guys understood our conversations prior, then you would get it.
It's true. So, sorry, guys.
You're not privy to the information.
Hmm. Lord have mercy.
I can't even look at your box because I'm.
Sorry. Oh, my goodness. Look, I'm sorry, okay? Oh, my
I'm
God.
trying. I'm trying to be professional.
Control yourself. Okay, I got myself.
It's like one of those situations where you have your friend and you guys can't look
Oh,
at
my
each other
gosh.
in a
Yeah, I
serious
don't.
situation.
So, I don't know how much we can side note on this, but
Side
um,
note.
so as I told you, like mixed Asian family, right? Have you ever seen what's what's that movie called with Adam Sandler and the other comedian and they're being firefighters? Uh, you know what I'm talking about though,
Yes, I
right?
know what you're talking about. It's one of
Oh,
my
I now
favorite
pronounce you
movies.
Chuck and Larry,
Yes, fucking hilarious movie. Cracks
right?
me up every time.
Okay, so you remember the priest that buries him, right? The one that's like,
Yeah.
it's like a circle, it's not like a square. You know, in the ring, it goes on forever, right? I shit you not. I'm at my cousin's wedding, okay? And me and my mom and my aunties are all sitting together, and it's a Korean priest, right? And kid you not, word for word, says, the ring is a circle. It goes on forever and ever. It's not like a square. And I was like, stop it. So I lean over to my mom and I start quoting that like word for word. And now the whole row is laughing at the wedding. And I'm like, we're trying not to look at each other, trying not to laugh. I mean, but yeah, so,
I would have lost my ever loving shit.
oh my God, it was a great day, honestly.
At a
But
wedding, nonetheless.
I know. I was like, look, you can't do that to a mixed Asian family. We grew up around the accents, right? Like, you know what I mean? And now you're throwing this out. No, there's no way. Like,
Chuck and Larry is really, seriously, it should be well known at this
no,
point in stage. I think it should.
absolutely. But you know what? I say that, and I've become like a big like Will Ferrell fan because my roommate in college was also a Will Ferrell fan. And I know how much I used to judge those movies, so maybe my tastes are just not right anymore. You know, like,
What do you used to judge Step Brother?
dude, straight up, I was like, Will Ferrell, like he's just so stupid, like it's just dumb, you know what I mean? And now I watch it and I'm like, what do you mean? There's so much space for activities. You know what I mean? Like, so
I am so glad you changed your mind because I probably would have been revoking your friendship card.
I understand. Like now I am the true convert, you know what I mean? Like I don't care, the dude's hilarious, and also like Elf is one of the best Christmas movies.
It really is. Elf should be on everybody's
Absolutely. And it's so funny
Christmas
because
list.
my mom like will preach basically about how much talent it took for him to just like truly encompass that character and how wild he is. She's like, I don't care. You have to admit he's good.
Have you seen the trend of people trying the Elf spaghetti mix thing?
Stop it. Are they really?
Yeah, yeah, they were coming out hot with those videos around Christmas, and let me tell you, the way I gagged like it is a movie, y'all.
Oh my
Noodles with
gosh.
chocolate.
No,
I'm so
dude.
sorry to be yucking on somebody's yum, but I'm so good. It was maple syrup.
I didn't see the recording went off, but yeah, so the reason I say that I think that the maple syrup may not be that bad is because have you ever been to a Jollibee?
Like the recording isn't off though. Um, like the noodle place.
Yeah, it's like a spaghetti place or something like that.
Yeah, I've never been, but I know what it is.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out like the recording didn't go off, but my audio
Mm-mm.
sure did. And I don't know why.
No, I can hear you.
So a Jollibee is a Filipino establishment, right? But their
Right.
spaghetti is sweet because they put sugar in the spaghetti and it's delicious.
I didn't know
Um,
that.
see, and that's what makes me wonder, like, is it that bad? Now, if it was chocolate, I would say yes because that would turn really bitter in that tomato sauce.
But he puts M&Ms in it though, if
Oh,
I'm
that's
not
right.
mistaken.
No, you're absolutely right about that part. I don't know about that
So if he adds all that stuff, like all the chocolate candy, the maple syrup on top of wet noodles,
part.
that I think it's just a texture thing. You have crunchy, you have thick,
See, that's like proof that we probably do have a touch of autism there. You know what I mean? It's like
and wet noodles.
the texture. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, there are some things that I will not eat because of the texture alone.
same.
Not m-
You know
mussels,
what's funny?
not a fat chance in hell.
Thank you. Okay, like I like sushi nowadays, okay? But there is so much of it that I cannot eat because texture. And if it's in any way, like it needs to melt and quickly because if I had to keep chewing on it, I'm gonna gag. Yeah, I mean,
Like, are we talking like sushi that's like cooked? Like, you know how they have like
no, no,
the cucumber thing? You're talking about raw sushi?
yeah, yeah, like I have to do it. And I'll
Mm,
explain. So, like, because I learned really quickly, okay?
okay,
In
not judgment.
Hawaii, they have fresh sushi all the time, right? And if it is fresh and it's a good quality, you're going to be able to chew that like quick and like swallow and it's delicious and it's that you won't notice, right? There's no
Mm-hmm.
weird fishy flavor, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If it is not, if it's not fresh, if it's not a good quality, all of a sudden you are chewing on this weird thing that's obviously raw and it's nasty, okay? Like I can't fix that one. Um that's why like for example, eel, don't eat eel. Eel is eel is so fishy to me. It's gross. So yeah, I can do some sushi, but it's very picky. My mom can't even eat yogurt though. She says it has the texture of a booger and she cannot do it.
Ew, you really just had to say that.
I know, I know. And I was like, Now, it's so funny because if we go to Chick-fil-A, she wants to get a yogurt, but she needs a shit ton of granola so that she will not notice the texture.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I tried raw sushi one time, and it took me everything to not barf on that table in the
See,
restaurant.
and I will say this too. The way it's cut, like whether it's a square or whether it's like a thin slice or what, that matters. That matters a hell of a lot because
Just like sizes.
thank you. Thank you, bro. Now, and see, I had a great conversation with my hairstylist who is old and his partner works with him, you know, and I don't know if you've ever had these conversations, but they made it very clear that the prime size is the size of a Twinkie. Um,
Like, are we talking girth? Like, are we talking about.
like all of it. And the reason why they say that is because they don't want problems down there later, right? Like they want to be able to feel things and they don't want things falling out later. So they say Twinkie or nah bra.
I have
See?
never heard that, but
I
that's
know.
an interesting theory.
See? I was like, I guess so. I don't know. I say as a woman, I feel like it's a little different. We have more recovery.
Expandability.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like so
We
now
adjust.
if you ever saw a girl's trip, though, I understand that whole idea of like I don't want to feel like I have to carry it into the bedroom. Um that's different too. But that's just me. There are some size queens.
Yep.
Mhm. You're like I can't
Mm-hmm.
I got to keep that one to myself. Got to keep that one to
Oh
myself.
no, you should hear the things that we've said on this podcast. And I'm totally here for it.
I love that. What is
Why
the
not?
most interesting spicy scene that you've read in all these indie books?
Oh God.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Interesting spicy scene? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Dirty Daddy.
I love this. Keep going.
I'm getting there. I want to make sure I have my facts checked.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I have not been able to reach the author for Dirty Daddy.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, should I DM them and be like, hey, I want you to come on and talk about this? But then I'm nervous because I have done that before, right? I've
Mm-hmm.
shot. I've taken my shot. Oh yeah, I should know this. Samantha Barrett.
All right. All right.
Okay, getting prepared for this one. Sorry for the shaking, y'all. Keep in mind, not blood related. Okay, not blood
Okay.
related.
Okay.
Daddy and
Mm-hmm.
two boys. One girl
Oh,
in the middle. In the middle. A fuck nowhere in a cabin in a snowstorm.
okay.
Shrimping. I am not telling any of you what shrimping means, but please Google it.
Now, like, look here. Look here. Hold on. I want people to be able to at least hear this reaction real quick. Hold on. Because I need to know. I feel like you're impressing me right now because I feel pretty well versed in my what's it called?
Education.
Mm-hmm.
Education.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shut up. Y'all need to Google that. That's not right. Wait, was it like a chain thing then?
Listen,
Oh.
Dirty Daddy by Samantha Barrett is a short read.
Uh-huh.
Go read it.
I
It
think
is
I did.
available on KU
Okay. All right.
for nothing. And I just came across this book willy nilly. I don't remember how I came across it. And I was like, ooh, your girl likes some age gap, and we love some smut,
Mhm.
and in the
Bring
middle
it
of the
on.
cabin, in the middle of nowhere. And I was like, but where is this going, right? Not a
Right,
lot of
right.
context. You get into the shrimping scenes, and you're like,
Oh.
whoa. Like, you say you want to put to straw where and slurp what out with a
Oh
straw?
my God. That's so wild. I love that. I mean,
With
I
a
mean,
straw.
that's just wild, you know? I
On
swear,
top.
man. The stuff that like, and I will say this, you know, people always talk about how like, you know, when you are like a mystery writer or, you write about some dark romances where there's like serial killers and all this stuff. The stuff that you have to Google, right? Is
So much.
insane, right?
Hmm.
However, when you are a kink writer who actually delves into kink, the stuff that you have to learn in Google, it's it's different. It's very
I
different.
have so many questions for you, but I don't think that they're appropriate on air.
You can always message me. Like,
Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to.
yeah, that's right.
Because I mean, we love a book with some plot, right? But we also
Absolutely.
love some books that are just pure filth. Like, give me all the smut.
Totally, totally.
So I
See,
need the rest of Hell and Virus.
I got you, fam. Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
that's something I'm excited for because I think that's the fun part of doing spicy romance, right? Is just that you get to write about things that you want to read, but maybe you don't know how to search that up, or you know what I mean? Like, kind of like I don't know what it is, and this is so funny. So, like I said, my best friend is an author as well, right? But
Mm-hmm.
her and I are very different. We both like romance, and we both like romantasy, but she is more like princess treatment and I am more like daddy treatment, right? Like
Yep.
yes. And
Mm-hmm.
her and I both happened because we peer read each other's work, and I hope that she is publishing her book like around Valentine's Day or so. We're getting close, so maybe she'll push it back. But I hope she'll publish it soon, and when she does, I'll let you know because it is an awesome book. But we both happened to write a scene in the woods as you got to read, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is. That's a trope in itself for me. I don't know if you just want to call that primal play or what, but
Definitely primal play.
right, like I don't care if like you're not even in the kink realm. That in itself is a kink,
It's hot. It's
right?
hot.
Like it is. I don't know, something
Chase
about being
me.
in nature. Like push
Yeah.
me up against a tree. Heck yeah, you know what I mean? Like delicious.
Mm-hmm.
My
I
boyfriend is
so.
sneaking around here, and I saw him smirk really deeply just then.
Oh, he has some plans for you.
You know, I need inspiration too.
And I'm sure he will be more than happy to give you all the inspiration.
He never complains. I will say that. Has not complained thus far, you know? Maybe lack of sleep. That may be a complaint.
That's a valid complaint, but one that they can shut the fuck up on.
Right? I know, I'm like, look, pick one, okay? It could be, your intimacy life is barren or you have a lack of sleep. Which one are you
And you
gonna
get
choose?
it all the time.
Mm-hmm. Come
Yeah.
on.
Obviously, the better choice is just to be tired.
I agree. That's why he's been taking this chance to nap while we've been chatting. But,
Well, his nap wasn't long enough because
we're still here.
I'm
We are still
trying so hard to just to close my legs. That's so
Oh my,
Oh,
so good. I don't
we've
care.
had some amazing conversation. If you guys have not read her book, you need to.
Yeah, one
My
of
brain.
the no, I got you. So one of the books I will say I was surprised by this year, by the way, which I think is also trending right now, um, which I also was not ready for. Like, we got to come back to this, okay? But I'll continue what I'm saying. So, Ice Planet Barbarians. I don't know if you've read that or not. My sister-in-laws were the ones that told me to read that. Um, it is what you think it is. It is a monster book, right? It is an ice planet. It's an alien book, right? It's oddly romantic. Okay, like I thought going into this that I'd be reading kind of like a dark romance, filthy, right? Instead, I think it's trending because it is setting the standard for how men should treat women, and I don't know what to say about that. Okay?
It's cute.
I know it's wild, but what I was saying I had to go back to though is that definitely a weird sensation to walk into Barnes and Nobles and basically see a whole section that is monster romance. Okay, like that. I think the book girlies have started a whole new revolution in
They
the
have.
book realm.
They said, hold my bag.
Exactly. Socially acceptable to have the spicy monster smut. Like, that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. Mm.
There are some really great monster smut books out there.
There actually is, though. Like, and I think those covers crack me up the most. Like, especially for some reason, those seem to be the genre of books that are unashamed about throwing the weird hybrid monster man on the cover. And I think that's hilarious and awesome. Like,
No, they're really showing up for their tropes, for
mm-hmm.
their
Oh,
genres.
but because I do follow a bunch of readers and whatnot in that same nook, I did see something that totally threw me off because I swear I saw something called like The Milkman or something like that, and the
No, it's
cover
the Milk Farm.
is it? And the cover has a bull man on it, right? Like,
Yeah, the Milk Farm.
is it good? Have you read this? Because like,
Do not come for me, people. I started reading it,
okay,
and
okay,
I just don't know if it was because I was in a book slump or because I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. Sometimes I just get into these things and, I put a pin in it and then come back when I'm in the mood because I'm a mood reader.
no, that's fair.
But I did not finish it.
Okay, all right. See, I mean, and don't get me wrong,
The
I get
Milking
that
Farm.
too because I get into slumps as well. But I have to admit that was one of those I wasn't ready for that. I don't know if I just haven't hit that deep in the smut world yet or something, but I wasn't ready.
Well, I hate to break it to you. I am dead wrong on the name. It is the Morning Glory Milking Farm.
Okay, you weren't dead wrong. That was close,
Mm.
actually. I said like, but yeah, I wasn't ready. the the
I
walking
just
smirk turned into a look of confused judgment. Just so we're all clear.
oh well.
Just confused, not judgment. Okay.
Oh no, I was not judging at all.
Oh no,
I was more mad at myself.
I'll say that was him. I was saying that was him.
Oh
I was
yeah.
wondering
Oh,
about.
oh okay. I was like, no, I'm not judging. Yeah, it's the Morning Glory Milking Farm, and I was suggested by that by so many smut readers. And they're like, you have to read it. It's just so amazing. It's the best thing ever.
That's what I heard. I actually heard it was really good. I couldn't bring myself to download it, but
Oh, I
like I said,
downloaded it. I just didn't
I'm
get
just
far.
not there yet. So like, hmm.
There will be times that I'm so into the mafia world, right?
Oh yeah.
Or I want a sweet little romance or a cowboy. Oh, a freaking
You,
hot cowboy.
That's fair.
or a
You
biker.
know what? I think all of those hit a lot of the same, I don't know if you want to call them traits. You know what I mean? Um, but they are, right? Like, they're strong men who protect their women, who have means, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, there was a thought there.
There was a huge lot. But honestly, in our books, we want a man to protect us, right? But I absolutely love when they have a strong female main character. When they have a strong FMC, I'm like, yes, girl, get it. Heal from your trauma. Fuck
Right?
shit up. It's
Right?
hot. And then he steps back and he lets her take over. So hot.
I love that too. I especially love where it's like, yeah, she was always a little bit spunky, but like he let her step up and suddenly she's just like empress status. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like she is just gnarly baddie. And I love that. You know, actually, I was reading Quicksilver recently. Once again, I guess I've been in the trendy books lately.
You have.
Yeah, I have been. I said, but you know what? That is my best friend. That's my best friend. She's because every time she finds one that she really wants, like she really enjoys, she's like, "You have to read it because I need to talk about it." And I'm like, I know." So I've been making my way through Quicksilver, and I'm not done yet. I think I'm getting there. And I will say, I do like Quicksilver. There's a lot of reasons to like it, but okay. And I do have a small complaint on this one. And it's the female main character. Okay. She, if you know, and this is not a spoiler, this is the very beginning of the book, you find out about this, okay? So she grew up in what was called the Third, right? Which was this like section of the land that is basically for what they call like the plagued, right? Like they're put there to die. They're usually criminals. They get like 6 ounces of water a day. It's dirty water. It's in the dunes, right? Like she's in the desert. It's not a good living condition, okay? This woman has grown up fighting, thieving, you name it, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's a badass, okay? Now, I just feel like if I grew up in such environments, okay, and I happen to meet a baddie warrior, no matter how bad he may be, then I'm not swooning. That's all I'm saying. Okay, like I just like don't get me wrong. It's not to say I wouldn't be a little intimidated, but I sure as hell don't feel like I would show it. You know what I mean? Like, and I
Mm-hmm.
definitely don't feel like I would be getting emotional easily. But that's just me. I say like
Well, maybe she feels safe enough to be sensitive around him.
I think at some point she definitely does, but I feel like where like some of those feelings start popping up, she hasn't gotten there yet. You know what I mean? Because I feel that way too. I feel like when I am feeling safe, that's when I get emotional, which is redonkulous, but it is what it is, right? Like,
It's fucked up trauma shit.
I know, it is so shitty.
Like, why?
Because I'm like, I'm happy. Why am I like this? I say, like, you know,
Yeah, and then become all soft and gushy and
exactly. Like, I, I feel like those are those moments where it's like they do something nice for you, and all of a sudden, like, you're crying, you know, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what that is because you couldn't
oh,
get me
when
to
your
cry
man's
otherwise.
gone.
Oh, God. I hate that.
But then
Like,
when they're gone and then you get mad that they're gone and then they come home with like roses or cupcakes or whatever and you're like, I'm so sorry for being a bitch.
I know, and they're like, you weren't, you know, and it's like, yeah, I was. I didn't say it to you, but I actually hated you while you were gone. Yeah.
That's so fucking accurate.
Like,
Like,
I,
how
I
fucking
definitely
dare
have
you
those
go to
moments.
work and leave me at home?
Right? It's like, bro, how dare you? It's so rude. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I,
So I told you how Under Your Scars was like a soul crushing book, right?
yeah, yeah.
I had read that, cried myself to sleep, bawled like literally just bawled until I fell asleep.
Aw.
My husband woke up, getting ready to go to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. And he gave me a kiss and he's like, I'm going to go to work, babe. He's like, how was your book? And I had literally just went to bed. And he's like, I was like, I can't talk about it. And then I started trying to tell him, but he couldn't understand anything I said because I was back to crying again. And he's
That's
like,
true.
I'm so sorry, honey, but I gotta go to work. And I was like, you can't leave me like this. And he fucking went to work. The audacity.
The audacity, dude. It's like you need to wait until I feel better. Like you at least have to
Mm-hmm.
comfort me before you desert me like that.
There
Okay?
was none. There was a kiss and a hug, and I have to go to work. And then I
I
spent the
swear.
rest of the day crying.
These guys need husband training. Okay, I don't know what it is, but like I'm getting a lot of dirty looks over here. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Oh no, it's okay. I'm like I said, I'm getting dirty looks over here, so he does
Well,
not
you
appreciate these
enjoy your night.
sentiments. I know, I'm like, look at here.
Well, thank you for coming and talking about the longest night. I had to
Yeah.
glance down because for some reason all I can think about is shrimping.
You know what's gonna be great is that anyone listening to this who Googles it will also only be thinking about shrimping. So
I highly advise people to probably not search it if you have a weak stomach or you're
absolutely.
grossed out.
Yeah. And if you're not into kinky things, like if you are like a princess treatment, pillow princess, maybe don't look it up, you know. But
You
also
won't be
like
mad at me.
why why are you listening to this specific podcast? Because this is not a this
Yeah,
specific one. So
our podcast is not safe for work at all.
right? Exactly.
Or to be on your car speaker or
The
be
vanillas are
around
not
people.
safe.
No.
Oh my goodness. So like really quickly, that has been a failing of mine is that whenever I get into my car, Audible comes on and I don't care even if it's actually not smutty for some reason, all of my narrators sound smutty. So my coworkers, they jump in and then they start smirking while I'm trying to slam the volume off, you know. So, yeah.
Yeah, because people don't realize that everybody around your vehicle can hear everything.
Yes, and it's terrible because, like, you know, there are vanilla people in this world.
Boring.
Exactly. I don't know how they do things, but
I don't know that they're sad.
are there like vanilla neurodivergent people? I know that sounds funny, but you know, like, I just feel like when you're neurodivergent, you're more likely to be less vanilla. You know what I mean?
I don't know, but now that's stuck in my brain because mostly everybody that I know that is neurodivergent,
Likes kinks,
also
right?
are spicy.
Yeah, so
Because I don't think we see the tabooness in it.
I think so. I think you're right because I think there's a certain amount of logical thinking that just becomes like it does make sense because it is consensual, it's safe, you know, it's pleasurable, you know what I mean? And so as long as it's not harming anyone,
Each their own.
yeah, c'est la vie, you know. So
Mm. Well, it was
yeah.
really fun having you on a podcast, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much. I've had so much fun.
thank you for this. This was a great read.
Oh, thank you. I just love hearing that. So much appreciated.
I'll inflate your head anytime.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Then I will talk to you sometime soon.